Praise the Lord. I want to thank God for giving me this amazing opportunity to share a devotional with all of you. I want to start by reading 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33. It says, "Do not be deceived, bad company ruins good morals." Many times throughout our lives, especially when we're children, teenagers, or even adults, we're forced to choose who we want to interact with or who we want to surround ourselves with. It can be hard to see whose company is good for us and whose will eventually ruin us. These days especially, there's so much evil around us, and it can be incredibly hard to resist temptation, even for the most upright and the most faithful people. Just spending time with these people who value immorality can have a tendency to push us away from God. But we need to realize that not every person in our lives right now is meant to be here forever. There are some people that will come and go, and their presence will teach us a lesson. They teach us not to put the world above our God and not to fall so deeply into sin that we lose sight of who we are as Christians. We need to continuously put ourselves in environments and groups that will lift us up in our journey and our path to being firm in our faith. It can be scary at first. We may think, what if we don't fit in anywhere else? What if we're alone? What if the people that like me were the only ones who ever would? But these thoughts are the work of the devil, trying to twist our minds into thinking that we don't deserve God or that we're not enough. But we're so stuck in our comfort zone sometimes that we can't see anything around us. We would rather live our lives being complacent and being okay with being where we are in our lives just because we're afraid to take the next step for fear of failure or for fear of being hurt or feeling that pain. But it turns out to be the complete opposite. If we take on the mind of Christ and walk in His ways, we don't have to worry about any of these things. We're never alone when we have Christ, and instead of just being liked, we're loved. Through Him, we are given the strength to keep on going, even if we face obstacles in our lives, because we know that what we're working so hard for on this earth will come to be so soon. This love of Christ is so priceless. It has pushed so many disciples and even our ancestors and our relatives to do what seems to be impossible. We're looking at them and we're wondering how they're able to do all of this. It has the power to inspire so many people to the point where they're willing to die rather than to conform to the ways of this world. So I'm just going to leave off with this one question. Are you willing to leave everything you have to fully feel and experience the love of Christ? Because it's not something that anyone in this world can offer you. We have to find it ourselves and we have to fight for it. Thank you, and God bless you with these words.